Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started here with our celebrity tarot card reading with Pamela Anderson. We're going to get into the, I'm excited to do her reading, so we are going to get into this. I don't know why I haven't thought of doing her reading sooner, but I keep seeing her in the news, so I just want to see if everything is going out. Is there a post-it on my ceiling? Oh, there is. Okay. I'm so sorry you had to witness that. So anyway, please hit subscribe. Go ahead, hit subscribe, and do all of the things that you need to do as far as clicking that bell so you don't miss anything here at Hangman Tarot. Anything else about this reading or Hangman Tarot is going to be at the end. So you can always wait and stay tuned. I'm going to get into an oracle read first. So I want to find out what's going on with Pamela Anderson, just kind of seeing where her energy is as far as what's going on as her current energy, and then we'll get into more with tarot. Let's find out about Miss Pamela Anderson. She was born in British Columbia in Canada, July 1st, 1967, according to astrocharts.com at 4:08 a.m. Thank you, AstroCharts, for your hard work at astrocharting. It is beautiful to be able to click on it and get into whatever I need to get into, so thank you. I appreciate it. Her sun sign is a Cancer, and then her moon sign is Aries. And then she was born Pamela Denise Anderson, and again, she's a Canadian-American actress, model, producer, author, activist, former showgirl known for her roles on the television series Home Improvement, Baywatch, and VIP. She was chosen as Playmate of the Month for Playboy magazine in February 1990 for a time. And then she's was also known as Pamela Anderson Lee, as she was married to Motley Crue drummer Tommy Lee Anderson. And he's the member of the animal rights, and she's the member of an animal rights movement, and has conducted campaigns and condemning the commercial fur industry and promoting veganism through the Animal Welfarist organization, People for the Ethical Treatments of Animals. She maintains dual Canadian and American citizenship. Okay, so she was on Baywatch, barbed wire. I woke up a couple times really late at night, and there she was on my TV. She was on barbed wire, and I had no idea what that show was. Oh, lots of positive energy. So, beauty, of course. There's a lot of clarity. So, anything going on around the beauty, energy, just anything going on, maybe just her job, because we do have career card here also. These are all both upright. All three of them are upright. These are very positive. So good things here. Lots of beauty in her current situation, lots of clarity, and within her career, there's a lot of light shining on the reliability of it and kind of growing even again, which we've been seeing. So let's find out a little bit more about Miss Pamela Lee. We want to find out all that we can about Miss Anderson. What's going on around this situation, around her job, maybe her love life. I don't recall if she's married again. I can't remember if she remarried or not. I do believe, I think she remarried, but then I don't think that one worked either. I can't quite recall this off the top of my head. Let me see. I don't know. I don't see it anywhere. Her ascending is Gemini, and her life path is 4. Just FYI. Okay. So again, her current situation is just surrounding career, the clarity or clarifying things or clearing things up. And there is a beauty in it, obviously. So that current situation is of beauty. There could even be some sort of declaration of love from somebody that came in. This would be a new beginning. This would be really connected if she were involved in this. And currently it's looking like she, I don't know if she received this or not. I don't know if this was handed to her or not. But the situation is, the offer might not feel as much like love as she would like it to. And it has something to do with some sort of connection or some sort of something that has to do with the connection to her work. So this is bringing up that career stuff again. What in the world? Okay, people. I got some stuff stuck here. So this is just giving me, it's giving support. It's giving a creativity. It's giving kind of emotionally attached to whatever this is. So, and this looks like, you know, a rendition of Baywatch, if you will, if it was very hippie like. So whatever is influencing around whatever is just not feeling, I feel like it's just not feeling like love, except for it's an offer of love. So maybe it's just not as pure intended as she's wanting it to be. Maybe it's just something that she's neglected for a while and she just needs to get back to it. I feel like, you know, it's supported. There's connection here, and any influencers would be the fact that this at one time, yeah, there could have been a little conflict there, but I feel like this should have more action put into it. So if she were to get into it, so that might be why she's being a little passive with it, or just not really accepting this, you know, acknowledgement or this gesture. And it comes from love, but I don't know if it's her kind of love. So whatever that might be. And the root cause of this scenario is just feeling safe enough to do it. So she's just really wanting to feel that safety. She's wanting to make sure that she's inspired to do these types of things, okay? And just really wanting to make sure that this is a good focus for the money, and, you know, is this all going to fall into a place where it needs to be? Is this going to, you know, put me in a place where I have to really guard myself and my money, and to put me in a place where I'm going to have to, you know, really focus on other things instead? Like, are we good? So it's just like all about timing. And again, that clarity, just wanting to be clear with the intentions here. And she's just kind of should be in a place where she's just asking, how can she support herself? Okay, because anything going on in the past as far as long-term happiness, the situation was the fact that this felt like there was a lot of things were distracting her from her work. And the biggest one of all would have been, you know, the tradition of things, the getting married, the having the family, you know, doing all sorts of things. It could have even been really bending the rules, if you will. So I just feel like she's definitely inner guided herself up until now, but in the past she had to put herself at the bottom of that stairwell, okay? And then she climbed it throughout her life. So this is just going way back into where things were kind of distorted. The lines were, you know, being bent. The rules were not quite in cement. It's just like everything just seemed a little bit far away. And as far as anything influencing that, I feel like there's definitely lack of movement, lack of power even in that moment. So whatever that was for her, which I feel like it just in general, her career, I feel like her career was definitely something that was, you know, she opened up the way for a ton of women to come in and for it to not be difficult for them to do their jobs. Now their jobs, you know what their jobs were, but it could have also been acting and singing and doing all these wonderful things, but being a specific type or a siren or just a sex symbol in general and being taken fucking seriously. Sorry, I get a little passionate. I find her story misplaced. I do. I feel like almost like miscommunicated, like people haven't said it enough or didn't talk about it enough, or maybe it's just the point in the life or the lifetime where you do talk about it, because I know you don't talk about it along the way. People don't. She opened up doors for many people in many different industries. Whether or not she wanted to, she did. I don't think that she realized the strength in her, because she just walked around and she just kept doing it. She kept doing it. She didn't blink an eye. She didn't blink an eye. She was just out there for the adventure, honey. So anything, again, influencing the situation would have been the fact that there was no power. She had no power behind the action, because the action wasn't being able to be put into it, because, again, whatever traditionally that she wasn't wanting to do, it was like, she had no power in it anyway. Whatever she bent the rules on, she really had no power in it anyway. Eventually, like that, she was saying yes and no to specific things that made it so that she was moving into that opening up doors for other people kind of place. So anything underlining or kind of rooted underneath this scenario is she just wasn't quite there yet. She's always been like very passionate, very loving, very intuitive. Not as much as she is now. But I think that there was an over emotion, or she was able to be reactive. So it was just like an overly reactive, overly emotional type of Pamela, instead of, the very strong, sturdy one now. There was way more reactions back in the day than there is now, obviously. But I feel like the pure intention, the pure love, the speaking with the heart, moving with the heart, that's always been there, but it's been really drowned out by that reaction. So just kind of her upside down on things and just pressing against all things that didn't feel like love to her. So it's just kind of always been a thing, whether it was love or not. Let's find out what's going on. Let's find out a little bit more about her. Let's get into a little bit more about her, and then we'll find out what's upcoming here. Okay. So just maybe her questioning, or has questioned her being stuck or not. Am I stuck? Am I able to relax? Am I able to be in a place where I can reflect and learn from my shit instead of everyone learning from my stuff? Can I? She's not stuck, and she hasn't been stuck, and everything that she has put into the situation, she can relax because she's already received. So now she just gets to kind of watch and assess and observe the situation. And anything influencing this would definitely have to be with our Ace of Swords. I feel like there's definitely something to do with the fact that she really brought that first inspiration, that first communication, that first goal, that first dream. Those are the things that she brought, not only for herself, but for others. Okay. She spiraled this entire staircase for others to follow, and they were able to go into different ventures and different jobs and different industries and do different things, because she walked around, quite frankly, and acted like she didn't give a fuck, and she knew what she was doing. And she, because she probably didn't. Like, you really don't always know. So I just feel like, again, she opened up that door of communication, that door of having these goals and dreams and being able to plan and move ahead in a different way than what society has deemed normal or not normal. So anything going on as far as this, just completely anything really around her, underneath her, is that there is distraction within and around her. There is unfocus. There is a fire and a fight and heat, and there is wrestling with a good decision or not, or trying to put out the flames and trying to move forward. So that is underneath all of this, especially in the past when she was dealing with this, the first moments of her career, or whatever, how she was planning to communicate or move forward, or how intelligent should I be, or how smart should I convey this, or nobody really was wanting, they just seen chaos. They didn't really want to see that this was a smart individual, this was a human. So even at that time, she was definitely struggling with that, and that has a lot to do with that reactiveness. So that's just confirming that for me in the previous cards here. So anything upcoming as far as Pamela Anderson, we've got the Devil in reverse. The Sun is also in reverse. Okay. She is such a material girl. There is like an obsession. There is like this hopeless part. There is these feelings. Whether or not she's trying to choose to have those feelings upcoming, it's just indicating that she's really trying not to have these feelings. Okay. So anything going on as far as just really diving deep into these feelings and choosing a direction of being obsessed, or choosing a direction and being reactive and helpless, and all of the above, being chained to your obsessions or your hopelessnesses, the direction. Okay, so that's the situation. Is she able to walk away from that? Anything influencing her would be anything that is false or untrue. And she's not going to be so sure when she gets there. I feel like this is a very, almost like a, I feel like something's going on as far as, this is having to do with her work, or something that is just not as abundant as it once was. So maybe her just feeling like she's not able to, be that center of the stage, or that, the light, the bright light, something coming to an end, and maybe putting her in a place where she's feeling all of these false and untrue things. So, I mean, she's going to be in a place where she's feeling like she's not very sure about it, especially when it comes into closing. But this is closing, and very, it's It's uncomfortable energy because it's not as positive as she likes energy to be within and around her. So anything upcoming as far as her work or as far as anything, you know, this is something that she has succeeded in. This is something that she rose up in. She grew up in this. This is how she became who she is. I mean, the light was on her. So like this kind of dissipating or, you know, fading at all or closing off this, you know, this is an era. This is a huge book that has been written and the book is shedding. So having to start something new, really. That's what it's looking like to me. But just, yes, of course, she's going to be battling back and forth, wavering back and forth, helpless, or this is okay. I feel like, you know, very obsessed about what's ahead, but I feel obsessed with, you know, what's in the past. So, and I think that talking about your past a lot, the way that she has been recently, I've seen, that would put you in that place. Like, what do I have here, you know? And it's not that she wants she wants no chaos. She doesn't want all the, you know, the chaotic things going on, but it's not just her and the job, but that's her life. Her life story is it's the work. That's the work. It's like she's sipping on her medicine right now. And I get it, lady. I get it. I've been dealing with that too. I hope we all do, because it's good for us. It sucks, but when you get a really good healthy dose, you're like, oh my God, I do that. I experience that and I do that all the time. Like, oh my God. Like, I've been having some aha moments and it's just not been very comfortable. But it's been weird. I'm like, what? Okay. Moving forward. Anything extra that we want to get into? Yeah, this is confirming to me that, yeah, the work, the passion, the things that we were just talking about, all of her creative, all of her ambitions, all of these burdens, maybe not burdensome, but it's burdensome that it's coming to an end. So that procrastination is there definitely, and just kind of not wanting to feel like you have to be complete. You have to, you know, I feel a little unsafe because yes, the work was being done and now it's not being done anymore. And so I feel a little bit uncomfortable, and this is just uninteresting. It's uninteresting when it's over, you know? So, you know, she'll be battling with that for a minute, but I feel like, again, this has a ton to do with her work, a ton to do with her life, just in general. Really good reading. Super stoked about Pamela Anderson. Very much a door opener, whether or not y'all like it or you don't. I fucking love it. I think she's amazing. A beautiful girl. Beautiful. Okay. Please go ahead, hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot if you would, please and thank you. Go ahead and hit that bell, especially if you want to get all my notifications, my really annoying ones. They'll pop up throughout the day. If you're okay with that, go ahead and click it. Also, if you could, share, like, and follow on all of your social media. Check out my social media in my details below. You can get a hold of me there. Leave comments, requests in the comment section, or get a hold of me down in those social media. Other than that, please enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe.